Caden awoke in his room. He looked at his alarm clock and realized that it had not been set. On it, the red numbers read 7:45 a.m. "Oh crap, I'm late!" he shouted. He jumped out of his bed, dashed for his closet, and quickly changed into his uniform. A long white-sleeved button-up and white pants with blue bars on the sleeves of his arms and legs. A very military-looking uniform. He then hurriedly brushed his teeth and dashed downstairs. "Mom, why didn't you wake me up?" "Because you do this almost every morning," said his mother. She had brown curly hair and hazel eyes and a gentle face, which was now filled with a look of stern displeasure. "How are you going to become a responsible member of society if you are always late? I don't know how many times I've told you to set your—" He cut his mother off quickly. "See ya, Mom." He grabbed his lunch off the table and put on a pair of green rollerblades and skated out the door. "Don't forget that your father is coming home early today," Caden's mother shouted behind him. Outside, a boy about Caden's age met him at the door. This is his best friend, Kazan Truthful, who is very intelligent and also very punctual. However, he is often late because he waits on Caden. Kazan has rollerblades that match Caden's, except they are blue. "Why do you always do this?" shouted Kazan. "If we keep this up, we'll both get detention." "You worry too much, Kazan," said Caden cheerfully. "We still have time if we hurry." They quickly jetted down the street until they reached their school, a 3-story building with an iron gate in the front and a sign that read Ashton Middle School. Once inside the building, they approached a marble fountain in the central hall and paused for a moment to change out of their skates and into their uniform shoes. "This is where we part ways," said Kazan. "Later," said Caden. "Let's meet up at lunch." "Okay," said Kazan. Kazan ran off to the section of the building that is reserved for advanced students, while Caden walked off to the opposite direction, which is reserved for delinquents and troubled students. When Caden approached the door to his classroom, math class, he quietly opened the door and tried to slip into his seat unnoticed, and would have done so had it not been for Fred Smothers, the boy who sits next to him. He is a bit chubby, with a cheerful personality. "Caden, you made it!" he whispered. An eraser flew through the air and hit Caden on the face. Mr. Drone, the math teacher, was very displeased. "Caden, this is short of insubordination. Drop on the floor and give me 100 push-ups for being late." "Yes, sir," said Caden with a salute. He gave an annoyed glance at Fred, who shyly returned to his math book. Caden then began his push-ups. The other students, especially the girls, began to chuckle and giggle. "All right, enough. Attention," said Mr. Drone. The students appeared to ignore him, and instead continued conversing. Some were tossing crumpled up papers at each other, while others appeared to be fake fighting. "You lousy group of runts! I said attention!" shouted Mr. Drone. "All of you will run 10 laps around the field today before going home." No, I totally do not run laps. It ruins my hair." This was Megan Leftward, the class beauty queen. "You should have thought of that before your insubordination. Everyone will run 10 laps today, and that's final.